messages. Before we dive into today's reading, I just wanted to take a moment to express my heartfelt gratitude and offer a sincere apology. Over the last few months, I've been focusing on my health and healing. I've not been very well at all, and it did mean that I had to step away from creating content. I'm happy to share that I'm feeling much better, and I'm really excited to bring you new messages to enjoy. Um, Thank you to all of my wonderful subscribers for your patience and unwavering support. It has meant the world to me. So let's get into your reading. Hi, Taurus. This is your June monthly reading for 2025. Now, if this doesn't resonate, please check out your other placements or you're likely to find a message that resonates there. So let's get straight into your reading. If you do like your reading today, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It will help pass the message on to anyone else that needs to hear it. For Spirit, can we get one more card, please, for Taurus for June? What's going on for June? Beautiful. Okay, so it looks as though at the beginning of the month you're on the move. You've got an upward turn of the wheel, so good fortune is coming in for you at the beginning of the month. Potentially finishing learning some sort of lesson, coming out of some sort of cycle where you feel like things have been nothing but bad luck. Very much having a good upward turn of the wheel, very much. It could even be that you're looking at moving. This could be travel delays being removed, blockages that have been keeping you stuck being lifted. So it could very well be you physically moving or doing some travel as well. Let's get some clarification. What the heck? Please clarify the wheel, Spirit. Okay, so we've got a six of torches in the reverse. So you may have felt like you've been unseen for a while. Potentially, you may have been feeling not very successful in something, not particularly very popular, feeling like you're not getting the recognition that you deserve. We do have the hangman, so you are changing your perspective on something. And that's suggesting that that's potentially where this change in fortune's coming in with this wheel. You're looking at something from a new perspective and it's giving you some sort of insight. Now, that could have something to do with the Princess of Torches. So, the Princess of Torches, very much somebody that is very creative. This could be you finding something that you're um, a new passion that to do with creativity. It could even be to do with travel as well. Maybe you've got uh, and maybe you've decided to I don't know, maybe you've got a passion for traveling all of a sudden, and it's a newfound passion. Now that kind of coincides with that wheel of fortune as well there, so potentially some, you know, traveling, some forward movement going on. But it also suggests that this could be somebody coming into your life, um, or it could be a friend that's, inspiring some passion and creativity within you, or they're just very creative and passionate and them being involved in your life is actually making you feel a lot more successful and seen. Now, the challenge that we've got a two of autumn. So bring fun into everything you do, juggling multi priorities or jobs, and exceptional talent for multitasking. So you've probably got a lot going on. And it's suggesting to me that keeping a balance within things and not taking on too much is going to be your big challenge that's going on in June. So trying not to overburden yourself, trying not to juggle too much, making sure that you've got the right balance going on. It does suggest that you might be faced with quite a lot of tasks and a lot of things vying for your time. So just making sure that you're prioritizing it to things that actually suit you and not so much suit other people. Now, part of that could very well be to do with some family time. We've got a 10 of waves here, so 10 of hearts, 10 of cups. very much you finding success in spending time with your family, having that happy family time going on there. So potentially something that you could be trying to balance out is maybe work, family life. We do have a 10 of torches as well. So you have been carrying some sort of burden that you are ready to put down or ready to share the load of. Now that could have something to do with a family. Maybe this Princess of Torches is somebody that you are wanting to share that burden with, but you're not 100% sure how to do it because you might be scared that you're going to drive them off. It is suggesting to me, though, that there is definitely some need to lower some burden in order to have this kind of wave, this happy family life. Now, one thing I am going to point out is we've got three tens out so far. So if you are seeing um, a lot of double numbers, triple numbers, reoccurring numbers, sequences, animals, for instance, you probably will find that there is a message that spirits and or your spirit guides, the universe, your angels, whoever you want, they're giving you a message to say that you're on the right track, but there's something you need to do. Now that could be anything from, believing in yourself, setting your intentions, making sure there's a lot, self-love, self-belief, things like that. So look it up and you might find something that's useful for you to help keep you on the right track. Now, we also have a Seven of Stones as well. So, the Seven of Stones is telling me that patience is something that you need to embrace. Things are going to come to fruition for you, but obviously, patience is something that you need to keep an eye out for. So, try not to overburden yourself, especially with family. If you've got a lot of family things going on, but do have patience because things will get better. Um, it's very much a case of planting those seeds. So if you've got certain things going on, you don't have to do everything all at once. It's very much you can start things and let them develop on their own. You can, delegate things if you need to, give it to someone else, and then have the patience to wait it out. You don't need to get everything done all at once. Slow and steady wins the race kind of thing here. So try not to overload and overburden yourself. Now, if you manage to get through this challenge of, to me, it looks like very much work and home life balance, I'll be honest. If you manage to get through that, we have a justice card in your outcome. So take time to review the details carefully. You'll win in the end, fair and objective decisions. And this is what I mean by slow and steady wins the race. You're going to win. You're going to get what you need. You're going to get what you want. Um, you're obviously already taking a new perspective on things, so you're seeing things in a different light in order to have that upwards turn of the wheel. So things are going to be starting to look up. You just need to make sure that you don't take on too much too soon, and overburden yourself because that is what your big challenge is. So let's get some clarification on this justice card then, please, Spirit. So we've got an Ace of Torches. So it's something that you're going to find new and passionate. You're going to be jumping into something new, possibly with the Princess of Torches. It could even be that you've just found something that you've got a creative passion towards. Again, it could have something to do with travel. We've got the wheel there, like I say, it could have something to do with you slowly planning a move forward and you'll be moving out somewhere, doing some traveling. Um, who knows? Now, it could also be that you're having a new passion at start with somebody that's a Princess of Stones. Um, might not be. The Princess of Stones can also, as well as it being a person, uh, generally an earth sign, so Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. This could also represent a start of something where some sort of learning journey. So maybe an apprenticeship, just a course of some sort. It could even just be learning something in general. Maybe you're picking up a hobby and it's self-learning. It could even be self-development. It's very much somebody that is learning some new skills in something. So if I don't know, maybe you've decided that you want to take up crochet or wood carving, something like that. It could even be that you're learning things on YouTube on how to do it. Um, but yeah, whatever it is, it's something that you're going to have a lot of passion and a lot of drive towards. It could just be that you've got somebody that's going to be very passionate and creative and learning something, or you're going to be you're going to be passionate towards somebody that is going to be learning something. Maybe they've been learning something from you. And we have a nine of clouds. So this suggests to me that you might have been losing a bit of sleep over something, possibly worrying about something. But whatever this new start is, you're coming out of that worrying. And that's where you've got this justice card coming in, because it's going to stop any worrying. And I believe it's something to do, it's going to have something to do with all this burden, not feeling seen, not feeling appreciated, for you to then change perspective, not have too much of a burden. This is very much coming out. You're going to have a nice balance at the end. Things are going to be as they need to be. Things are going to be in the right mind. It's going to give you some peace of mind, some needed relief, and you're going to get that new start. And possibly, like I say, you might be learning something new going up forward as well. So it looks like it's a lovely month. Um, Definite moves forward, definite improvements there, and some much needed balance at the end. Getting through that challenge. So yeah, your main focus then is to make sure that you don't overburden yourself, that you don't take on too much work, you don't do too much all at once. You can do things slow and steady, very much just doing one thing at a time to help. Yeah, start it off. Very much that seven of stones, it's like planting seeds and then they'll grow. You've still got to take care of them, but you don't have to, they're not going to grow instantly. You don't have to do everything all at once. It's very much a slow, methodical looking after. You water them once a day, you give them a bit of fertilizer when they need it, you put them in the sun, and they start sprouting, and eventually they'll give you flowers or fruit or veg or whatever you plant. Do you know what I mean? So it's very much making sure that you take your time and that you are nurturing whatever it is that you're doing, but not overloading yourself. So we've got Whispers of the Ocean Oracle. So we've got adrift in shallow water. Take a few deep breaths and reconnect to your inner peace. Notice the small things and appreciate them. So very much where you're not feeling appreciated, start appreciating the things around you, and you might find that that'll give you some sort of relief. Start doing, look at the little things and see how much joy they actually bring into you, and have that attitude of appreciation, and you'll find that things will start picking up for you. We've also got childlike devotion. You are a multi-talented, complex being. Embrace and love who you are. So it could even be that you need to start doing a lot more self-love and appreciate yourself more, and you'll find that that appreciation will change, and it might give you a bit of passion and drive towards doing something different. I've just noticed one card decided to stay there on its own. I don't know if it's for you, but I'll give it you anyway. So we've got gliding through currents. With a different approach, you will glide through a situation with grace and ease, going inward and bringing your understanding, perspective, or behavior into flow will help your dreams take flight. And that hangman is telling you to look at things from a different perspective. So, very much picking up things from a different perspective will help you move forward. Right, I hope you enjoyed your reading today, Taurus. If you did, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It will help pass the message on to anyone else that needs to hear it. Good luck for June, and thank you very much for joining me.